I've had my container studio for a few months now, and I have learned a ton, made a bunch of mistakes, and so I wanted to share with you the 5 home studio must-haves for making videos. So in the last couple months of just setting everything up, putting this whole studio together, learning what works and doesn't work, for my space here, there's been 5 areas that I really wanted to cover because I think they've really helped me out. And that starts with good audio. I think audio is so underrated, and when there's really bad audio in a video, it really stands out. So making sure to have good audio is key. And that doesn't mean that you have to go out and buy, the most expensive mic or the best mic. That's not what I'm saying. But it is important to have a decent mic, and that can be, a shotgun mic that's boomed overhead, which is what I've got here. It could be a lav mic or lapel mic, or even just a studio mic that you're talking into. You've got options, and I think it should fit with whatever your setup is in your studio, whatever works best, and whatever works best with your budget. And that being said, there's a ton of different options that are great, that you get good quality audio on a smaller budget. But that's not necessarily just what I mean of having good audio. When I first came into this container, the echo was crazy. And so I had to figure out how to cut that echo down. And that meant putting up some sound panels on the walls. And that's really cut down the echo a ton. And so I've got panels on both sides, on the roof, and behind the camera on the back wall as well. And another thing that I did to kind of cut down that echo and dampen it was putting in a rug. It's nice on my toes, but it also really helps with that echo. And again, affordable things. I think I spent like 20 bucks on my carpet, and I think it was around $50 to $80 for all the sound panels. So really affordable, really cuts down on the echo. I wish I had a before and after, but the echo was horrible. And now that I think the sound is pretty decent. But along with good audio is good lighting. So again, that doesn't mean, like I said with the audio, it doesn't mean that you got to go out and spend money on the best possible lights and setups, but it does mean that you should have some decent lighting. So for me and my setup, I've got a couple different lights that I use, but just in this studio, because I wanted something that was small, but also portable, I got the Aputure 60D, really small compact light, and this newer softbox, which again, I kind of chinsed on, but I needed something small just because my space is so small. It's under 120 square feet. So having this massive softbox, which I do have with my 120D light, it just took up like half the space in here. So I needed something that was a little smaller. But making sure to have some kind of diffusion, whether that's a softbox, maybe it's a Scrim Gym or some kind of diffusion material, just make sure you've got that nice, soft, even lighting where it's not blasting you in the face, looking harsh and, unpleasing. But even just like the back accent lights, I think that I bought this at Home Depot for like $10 with the light. I just wanted something else that was gonna give a little pop in the background and give some rim lighting on the back of my head there. I don't wanna make a tutorial of how I've lit this. If that's something you're interested in, let me know and I can make that video. But I just wanted to say, as a rule of thumb, good audio and good lighting. And with that audio and with that lighting comes the support systems that hold everything up. And so I would recommend getting C-stands or some kind of lighting stands or boom stands. I can't tell you how important that's been here. And just with the C-stands, being able to pack them up and have them a little more portable, just so I can change this setup if I do want to, that's been extremely important. And making sure that I've got support systems that aren't gonna fall over. They're sturdy, they're strong. But they're also great for not only doing my shoots here, my talking head, but also being able to bring that out on shoots when I leave the studio. And I think the other great feature about the C-stands or a boom is that you can get those overhead shots when I'm working on my table here. and trying to do a product review or a tutorial, and I need that top-down shot. C-stand is a great option, and then you don't have to rig something on the roof. It's easy, it's portable. I highly recommend them. My fourth must-have is storage. I have way too much gear which needs to be sorted and most likely some of it sold, but having just storage to go through things, knowing where all my lenses, my lights, batteries, making sure all that is organized and stored has been a game changer and has saved me so much time and headache instead of just kind of rummaging through drawers and rummaging through bins. So making sure that everything is stored neatly and in some kind of tidy fashion, definitely a must-have. So last but not least, something that I think is highly underrated is the environmental controls. So that's stuff like your AC or a dehumidifier. Because I live in Hawaii, it's hot, it's humid, I need AC, otherwise I am going to die. It gets way too hot in here. And same with the dehumidifier. There's a huge chance of gear getting mold or rust or, anything like that. I gotta make sure that it doesn't get too humid inside my studio. Maybe for you, it's wintertime right now, or it gets super cold. Definitely invest in getting a heater. Just gotta make sure that your working condition is good for you to work in. So make sure you're getting those environmental controls. And maybe lastly, I would recommend a beer fridge. Nothing better than having a cold beverage ready whenever you'd like without over-consuming. Or just drinking a soda or a sparkling water or something like whatever it is that you like to drink. Having that ready in my studio, game changer. I love it. So there are my 5 must-haves for home studios when making videos. Let me know if there's something maybe that I missed or something that you think is a must-have. I would love to hear from you. And as always, if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help and make a difference, and I'll see you in the next video.